Hey guys, my name's Kelsey and I am the voice behind Piggyliciously Fabulous. So, if you didn't already read the title, this video is going to be about things to know before owning a guinea pig. And this is geared towards people who don't really know too much about guinea pigs and are possibly considering getting some. I feel like this is a really important topic to discuss because sometimes when you read books or you look at articles or you look online, you don't actually get all the information that you'd like to know. I also know that there were a few big things that I didn't know about before I got guinea pigs, and it just helps to have all the big key factors in one place. So, without further ado, let's get started. So the first thing, and one of the biggest, most important things to know before getting a guinea pig, is that you need to have at least two housed together. This is because guinea pigs are very social. They're herd animals, so they love to socialize with each other and be around other guinea pigs. It's kind of like humans wanting to be around other humans. You wouldn't really talk to your dogs or your cats all of your life. You would want other human interaction. So it's kind of like the same thing with guinea pigs. They definitely need at least one other friend. The second biggest thing to know before getting guinea pigs is that they need a lot of space. I feel like this is probably a big misconception with people because they go into pet stores and they see the cages and the habitats that are sold in pet stores and they think that those are the minimum requirement or at least a good size for them, and no, it's not. Don't do it. First of all, you're going to waste your money because you're going to have to buy a bigger cage anyway. Second of all, the smaller cages, if they're not the same price as the bigger cages, they are more expensive, and so it's really a waste of money, and I don't know. They're definitely not as appealing to me anyways. And I feel like this is a big misconception mainly because people don't really know where else to get a cage. You figure, okay, they sell cages in the pet store. If those aren't good enough, where else would I get a cage? The most common, probably easiest cage to build for guinea pigs is a CNC cage, and CNC stands for cubes and coroplast. You can look on Google and just type in CNC cage for guinea pigs and all different variations of a CNC cage will come up. There are also plenty of websites that you can look on to get CNC cages that are, again, much about the same price, if not cheaper than store-bought cages, and they last way longer. They're so easy to clean, and it's really going to be beneficial to your guinea pig's health and longevity because they'll be able to exercise, they'll be able to have their own space, and they'll be able to move around. The next big topic I want to discuss before getting a guinea pig is hay. And a lot of people would think that this isn't a big topic, but it is because I know there are a lot of people out there like myself that have a big allergy to grass. If you do have a pretty severe, my allergy is pretty contained, but if you do have a really a severe allergy to grass, especially like seasonal allergies, I don't know if I would recommend guinea pigs to you just because they need hay 24/7. I recommend getting the little hay mats or hay toys from the pet store. I know Oxbow definitely makes a lot of the little carrot-shaped hay bundles, or they have the mats, or they have like the little tunnel things that they can eat the hay from, just so that it's contained. Like I said, I feel like the allergies usually flare up with that, especially with the hay, when you start pulling the pieces apart and the dust from the hay or the dander from it starts flaring up in the air and gets into your sinuses. So that's definitely something to think about. So another really big, really important topic on when you're deciding to get guinea pigs or not is cleaning out their cage. Um, some people use shavings, paper, wood shavings, um, and a lot of people use fleece. I feel like fleece is more efficient and it's definitely easier and it's neater and it's more colorful. Um, but depending on which type of bedding you use will decipher how often you change the bedding. Now, I change my fleece bedding every 2 days, 3 days. Sometimes I can get away with 3 days, but I usually change it every 2 days, just because of the smell. I feel like guinea pigs have really sensitive noses, way more sensitive than humans do. And if I can smell their urine, they can probably smell it really strong, and it's probably really bothersome to their noses. So definitely want to clean that often, and if you feel like you don't want to do that, you probably shouldn't get a guinea pig, because if you don't clean it often, it's going to stink. And the next topic is socialization. Guinea pigs are not like fish, they're not like turtles, they're not like most, I feel like most reptiles generally live a solitude life. They don't really want too much of your interaction. It's not the case for guinea pigs. Guinea pigs are not pets you can leave in the cage and not interact with. I'm interacting with my guinea pigs all day, or at least, when I'm home. So if you don't think you're gonna have the time to sit down and play with them at least once a day, or at least just at the very least for like an hour, just sit there and talk to them and play with them and keep them entertained, probably not the pet for you. So that's definitely a big factor. Another key factor in deciding whether or not to get a guinea pig is the responsibility that comes with it. They are a lot of responsibility. If you are being the best parent slash owner that you can possibly be, they're definitely a lot of responsibility. Again, they're not pets that you can stick in a cage and just leave for a few days and throw a little bit of food in and they're good. You need to constantly be interacting with them. You need to constantly spot clean the cage 2 and 3 times a day. You need to interact with them, and you always have to check to make sure they're healthy. You have to groom them, so they're definitely a big responsibility. I know there are a lot of young people that are really good guinea pig owners. Yeah, I would not recommend a guinea pig for like a 5-year-old or something, just because it's definitely a big responsibility, and usually with smaller pets, um, you as the owner, you're basically doing all the work. So just know that it is a lot of responsibility. It's not like owning a goldfish. It's definitely a lot of responsibility. Look at it more as owning a dog. One last major point I wanted to hit was that lifespan of guinea pigs. A lot of people, especially if they do buy them for their kids, they kind of think they'll live for like a few years, and by then the kid will grow out of it. Actually, guinea pigs live a fairly long life. On the low end, it's 3 to 5 years, and as an average, and on the high end, they average 8 to 10 years. And again, I say these are averages because some can live shorter lives and some can live longer lives. I know a woman that has a guinea pig that's 14 years old. Crazy. But definitely, when you're looking at whether you want to get a guinea pig or guinea pigs or not, look at making sure you are ready for that responsibility for quite a few years. At the very least, 3 to 5 years. Granted, they're really happy, really healthy, and they're living in a really good environment. So those are the big topics that I wanted to touch on as far as deciding whether or not to get guinea pigs. I hope this helped some people that were on the fence, and comment below if you have any questions. Please don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.